Hello, my name's Shirley and I'm introducing you to our spring-loaded ruler foot with our rulers to work on domestic sewing machines. We're showing you today how to work on a standard domestic sewing machine that has the same throat as all the others. We're also showing it you on a 221K, which doesn't drop its feed but still enables you to do your free motion ruler work. To be able to do consistent curved patterns like this without turning the fabric on the larger machines. On the smaller machines you may have to turn a quarter. Small little designs like this. This particular one, which I'm going to be showing you a little bit later on the 221K, is this ruler here, Circle My Heart, number 43B. You can see the pattern and you can see the design on there. And the ruler foot, our spring-loaded ruler foot, sits in that channel and stitches round. Yes? So a little bit later I'll be showing you how to do this pattern on a 221K using our end table. And the end table gives you 26 inches of support onto your fabric so that you don't have to keep rolling it up. We're going to show you how to turn the machine so that you can use the end table and disregard the narrow neck, because I know a lot of you are going to say, I can't get that into my narrow neck. We'll show you how to use the rulers with our foot, with the end table, a little bit later in the video. Okay, so now we've moved on to the machine. We're using the 221K, as I said. This machine does not drop its feed. So, and I don't use the cover plate to go over the teeth, because with the ruler work, you've already got the depth of the ruler. So we're going to put the straight stitch dial to 0, which is in the center of the panel. I'm going to release the pressure being fed down onto the foot. That's my normal pressure, and I'm going to release it by 3 turns. When I put the foot down now, you'll notice that it hops. And the teeth are only going up and down, so no fabric is being fed backwards or forwards. The hopping foot means that you'll be able to move your fabric easily, even though your teeth are going up and down. Because we'll be using the slip mat over the top of the teeth anyway, you won't have any drag on your fabric. Now I'm going to turn the machine for use with the end table, because if we're using rulers, that's where the problem arises, because you've got that narrow neck. So turn the machine end on. That's what we mean by end on. So we'll be stitching from here. Okay, now we're going to bring the table in. It's a beautiful 26-inch long table. I'm just going to position the machine so that my legs are on. Right, so now we've got a big hole there, and what that hole needs is an insert, and this insert is designed to fit this particular machine, and you have your location points there. Drop it in and snuggle it up against the edge of the machine. The 4 legs are bolts so that you can screw them up or down depending on the height of the machine, because the beauty of the end table is that no matter what the make of your machine, we only change the insert. We don't change the whole of the table. So once you've purchased your table with your first insert, then you can just buy other inserts for your other machines. So here we have it. I've worked it out and all of my ends are equal, so it's nice and smooth. I'm bringing my slip mat in, which is essential to work with rulers and especially on the end table. And because this is an older style machine, I'm going to put my thread through before I put my mat on. And that way I'll be able to do straightforward stitching. Put your hole in your mat over your hole where your needle goes down. And now you can see you've got all that space. We're not using the front of the machine, we're using the end on of the machine. Bringing our fabric in. Okay, this is where it gets very exciting, ladies. Right, we're going to be doing that beautiful pattern that I showed you earlier on. This lovely Circle My Heart, without changing the direction of the fabric enormously. So we can do each piece of the pattern consistently with consistent curve. The foot sits in the channel on the machine, on the ruler. And you stitch your first curve all the way to the end of the ruler. Just going to get that cotton out the way. And stop with your needle down. I've just dropped my scissors, ladies, excuse me. Right, I'm just going to cut that off. Now then, to get this pattern, we need to turn the ruler all the way around. And can you see those lovely scroll lines? I've put those on top of what I've just sewn. Now, because I'm using a smaller based machine, I'm going to quarter turn the fabric and the ruler together. And that way I won't be interfering with the neck. And stitch your next pattern repeat. And that is all that this pattern consists of, is turn the ruler and stitch. Stop with the needle down. And bring the ruler round. Position the lines on where you're going to sew and quarter turn. That quarter turn takes that point away from hitting the motor. Okay? And bring it round. All the way down to the end of the ruler. Stop with the needle down in the fabric. And bring the ruler around. Turn and put your lines on. Quarter turn. Take your time. And the size of the end table gives you the perfect support for your arms and for your fabric. Turn, put your lines on, quarter turn. Everything is under control every step of the way. Stitch around. Needle down in the fabric. Bring the ruler around. Put your scroll lines on. And every one of our ruler designs, turn a quarter, can be done on your small based machines using the end table. And every ruler, stop with the needle down, and every ruler is the same principle. You stitch your channel and then you move the ruler and put the lines on top of what you've just sewn. Quarter turn. Stitch it round. Needle down in fabric. Bring the ruler round. Put your lines on. Quarter turn. And you'll notice that when you do that last one, we're coming up and the needle is going to come in exactly where we started. So we're going to complete the pattern exactly as we started it. Needle up, bring it out, and without turning the fabric too much, big folds of fabric, we've been able to replicate that pattern consistently. And it's the same on the back. The stitch is the same on the back. And the reason for that is because you've got the hopping foot. It holds the fabric as you stitch. Even though you're doing free motion, it holds the fabric as you stitch. So every stitch is identical. So that's the ruler work. On a small machine, this is the 221K that doesn't drop its feed, working with the end table, Parr's end table, using the insert so that your fabric is supported all the way. You're calm and cool and collected because you know that you've got somewhere to go to get that beautiful large pattern. How can you do that on a little 221K? You just saw me doing it. Enjoy.